Hey there YouTube, Hunter's Bracket Speed here. The Red Scare haunt is being built in my backyard. I'm up on my deck hanging out after a long day of cleaning up the garage, trying to make it into an art studio, which it needs to be for the next couple of months. So this is the mask that I was working on a while ago, and many of you have seen. It's an epoxy sculpt mask. It's not painted yet. I'm still not even really done with the Dremel work yet. But the concept here is that I wanted an epoxy sculpt mask, but I wanted a fitted hood that I could put over, and there's going to be more to this costume. There's going to be robes and all the rest. But I wanted a really specific look to the hood that goes over it, and I wanted it to fit precisely over this mask. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to end up putting a piece of leather trim that goes all the way around this edge, and then put grommets where it seals. I'm going to cut down in the middle here, put grommets between the two pieces of leather and laces to, like, you know, tie it together. And I wanted this mask to fit exactly in a specific way and have a specific look to it. So I came up with a technique here which I think might be interesting to you guys. What I did is I basically used just a mold strap here to strap this mask onto my head form. This is an Ed head that you get from Monster Makers. And I put wed clay, which is a sort of a glycerin laced water-based clay, all over this this Ed head to first bring it up to my head's dimensions, or the dimensions of, like, sort of a typical, I don't know, plump dude dimensions, because most of my actors are larger in size. So I used calipers to make sure that the head was around the same size as mine, and then I strapped this on, and I used some more wed clay to cover up the strap so that the latex wouldn't bind into the strap and I wouldn't be able to get it off of the strap. And then I put latex all around, or sorry, wed clay all around this sculpt to this head form, and even this part here, if you were to look under here, this is all solid wed clay to give the exact shape that I was looking for. And then what I did is I took black burlap, which I got from, you know, the fabric store. They have black burlap as well, and started laying it down. This is mainly one sheet, except for I used a couple of other strips here, like you can see here and under here, to really stiffen those parts, because that's the part that really needs to hold its shape. And I you know, basically use latex to brush it down like you would do with a normal burlap mask. I went a little bit overkill with the latex here. I'm going to probably peel a little bit of that off, but I could just paint this and do the leather work on top of that and be happy with it. But what I think I'm going to do is this fabric that I'm going to be building the robes out of. I have a number of different fabrics, so I get different textures. There's going to be different parts to the robe, but the part that I bought to do the main part of the robe, I thought of adding that on top of this and just lightly latexing it on in some places to give it a more natural look, but the shape will be held by the fabric that's been stiffened up by this latex here. So, you know, again, I gave it the shape from the wed clay underneath, and then hopefully it keeps that shape from you know, this now currently stiffened up burlap. So that's the trick I'm doing here. It's the way to get a very specific shape to your hood or cowl or whatever for your mask. I wanted to make it look, you know, give it a specific shape so it had a character, but not be, you know, too pointy to make it look too theatrical, make it look too cartoonish. So I like that sort of middle ground that I found with this. Yeah, I'm looking forward to sort of continuing with this. I have a photo shoot planned for the 13th of September that I need to get this done for, and this will be for a new character to put on our flyers for this year. I like to have a new character to show each year, so there you go. This is this character's development so far. My next steps are to work on this hood part, do the final dremeling on that mask, and then paint it. This is going to be a black and white character. The mask will be predominantly white, although there'll be black and silvery kind of textures. Is going to be a lot more complicated than just leaving it white, but it's going to look, you know, pretty cool, I hope. Very, very dark robes, black and gray, with this white sort of skullish kind of you know, custom mask poking through. So that's where I'm going right now with this character. Red Scare's over there. Butcher Provincetown mask right here. Things are going well for our 2 haunted house haunt coming this year in 2015 for the Butcher Provincetown and the Red Scare. So until my next update, and those updates will be coming fast and furious from here on in, happy haunting.